Welcome back to Was, the podcast exclusively for people who know if you're good at something, never do it for free. We're your hosts as always. I'm Nick.
And I'm Andrel Z, and that's the Joker.
Yes.
I agree with that completely. But yeah, unfortunately, in the real world, sometimes you have to do shit for free. Nick, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Finally got a day off in a long time, it feels like today. And I did nothing,
Well,
which
that's
was
good.
everything I could hope it would be and more.
Nick, I feel like I am like addicted to running right now just because that's
Dude,
all
once you start, man, it is addicting. I agree.
I'm exhausted, and right now all I want to do is go run. I don't know
Yep.
why.
I
Um,
I there is nothing that will clear your mind quicker than just putting your headphones in and just putting some miles on those shoes.
Nick, the last two nights I've had like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays really suck for me
Sure.
because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to drive my sister
Nope.
to work, come
Nope.
back, wake up at 6:50, and then get ready for work, and I'm there until
Nope.
5. But Nick, and I have to do that both Tuesday and Wednesday. I had the nights before I ran 6 miles, and then I ran 4.2 last night. Like get going into like 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing wrong with that. Nighttime's the best time to run, especially during the summer.
Nick, I should have been sleeping because
Yeah.
also on Sunday I I went and did a full upper body workout at the actual gym with like targeted workouts. So not stuff I can do at my apartment's gym. Uh, and yet I
So you're feeling good.
2 days later I'm still not sore and I'm scared because
So,
I did a lot.
ooh,
I like
something's gonna happen, man.
I did upper for almost 2 hours.
Something's gonna happen.
I felt it last night whenever I started my run, like whenever I first started going across my body, and then I just kind of forgot about it. And at the end of the workout, I didn't feel it anymore. So um,
Just
I
push
don't,
past the lactic acid, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think I have it anymore because I kind of do the Alan Ritchson
Oh,
thing
okay,
where he
gotcha.
says he doesn't have to work out like crazy to get to his size because he just works out every single day, and that's
Yeah,
what I do most days is I do a
that's awesome.
workout. So
That's
I
awesome.
think I'm just beyond. Well, I except for lower body workouts, I definitely still get sore there, but it's fine. I usually run through them.
Those are my favorite workouts.
Yes,
Uh,
I don't do them as much as I should if I want to be better at running.
it's
But
your biggest muscle sets.
Nick, I already weigh so much, man. I don't need to add more muscle. I've been trying to
No, you'll
lose
just
it.
more effectively burn calories that way. If you
No,
build those muscles, you'll more effectively burn calories.
I just spend that time on the treadmill.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's okay. Nobody cares about this.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
or
dude,
do you? I don't know.
I watched just an eclectic group of things this last week.
Yeah.
Just tried to escape reality.
Yeah, we've
Um,
had some bad news. We've had some
yeah,
bad news bear it, okay?
yeah. Um, Before the bad news, I started a rewatch of The Righteous Gemstones,
Mm,
which
mm.
still slaps.
Oh,
There's something about that first episode and at the end where the people get out of the van and just
oh
it's
yeah.
just so funny.
I couldn't remember that guy. I could never remember his name. He was
Yeah,
in No Hard Feelings as well.
yeah.
He was with Natalie Morales in that movie.
I can't
Uh,
think of his name.
I'm about to pull it up. I obviously I have got it right here.
And then of course you've got Mr.
Scott
Gaz.
MacArthur.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, he's
uh,
it's just that asshole who
yeah.
just thinks he has something over Gideon,
Sure,
like because he thinks he's kind of brainwashed Gideon.
sure.
And dude, when they leave the girl behind, uh, it's so rough. Uh, but yeah, Skylar Gisondo, literally,
That's what I was. I mean, just a little bit of a cameo at the end of that first episode.
He never really does anything particularly to really make it back up to the family. He just never really owns up to it, I think.
No. Um, but Adam Devine is just one of the funniest characters in television.
Oh my God, I can't think of his
Like
first. Kelvin
Kelvin
Gemstone.
Gemstone.
Yes. No, Kelvin and Keeve are
It's so good.
yeah. And
Um,
everything they do with Edie Patterson ends up being like the best of the three.
Edie is by far my favorite character in the entirety of the show through every season. Like the
Aunt Tiff. Aunt Tiff.
I know you love Aunt Tiff. I know you
I
do.
love Aunt Tiff so much.
I will always be an Uncle Baby Billy fan.
Yeah.
Because there's just something brilliant about what Walton Goggins does with that character. And it's so like I don't know if they were thinking about this when they were filming, but there's so many memes that come from Uncle Baby Billy.
I imagine it a lot of it whenever they come to costuming and makeup, I imagine it goes into the thought process. But especially like the opening of it's in season three, uh whenever he has the seashell like backpack kind of thing and is
That
walking along the resort.
there will
Uh
come a payday.
there will come a
Yeah.
payday.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, there's a payday.
Yeah. When
What a
he's
payday.
talking, yeah, when he's talking about like the special medicine, why do you do this, baby Billy? But then just seeing the flip side of Uncle Baby Billy, and like when he just wants $2 million and an 8 ball, or just sitting there smoking and leaning back. It's brilliant.
My
But
favorite stuff is for particularly with Aunt Tiff though, because uh whenever whenever baby Billy gets interrupted by BJ and is who's interrupting me?
yeah,
And just it was the boy. The
yeah.
boy. Uh
Well, and that's what I was going to bring up. I think the underrated Jim, no pun
is
intended,
absolutely.
is Tim Baltz as BJ.
Yes. Nick, in
It's
the final season, whenever he start like they don't do it very long, but for some reason, in the first like two or three episodes, he is a dedicated pole dancer until he like breaks his
yes,
until he like strains his neck or something.
yeah,
He's why they made Tim Balls learn pole dancing
yeah.
for,
It's just
for a 3 episode arc
it's
that
just
that resulted in nothing.
what a great character. BJ is underrated Jim of that entire show.
I
And it
agree.
shows up in the first episode too. Like them just living together and her not wanting people to know that they live. It's just so good.
Yeah,
Great show. But then I also watched some Rick and Morty. The season or this newest season has been really good in my opinion.
not
Um,
the first like 2 episodes. I still have them on my DVR. I have a
yeah.
DVR.
Ooh. President Curtis has actually been really funny.
Well, they've been
The
setting up his new
spinoff,
season. Yeah.
yeah, the spinoff has been really funny. Uh, we'll get to Lanterns in a little bit. I want to talk more about Lanterns when we really dive in.
Okay,
Obviously,
let's get
watch.
into it.
Okay, let's get into it now. Why not?
Yeah.
So Lanterns episode 2 premiered on Sunday, and definitely dove head first into lore. Like there is a lot to unpack
Please,
from the episode.
once again, the floor is
Yeah.
yours.
First and foremost, the fact that John Stewart can maintain constructs, one, without the ring, and two, even when he is unconscious, is huge. Like it is diving into some uh, comic book lore that like only the nerdiest of the nerds of us understand. Like back in, I think it was 2008, John Stewart basically lost his ring, but found out that he didn't need his ring to focus his willpower. Basically, the ring imprinted itself on him, and no one else in the Green Lantern Corps can do that. Like that's a huge thing. So it leads me to believe that we're going to find out that the Guardians have done something to John. Um, Probably when he was a child, when he was a baby, would be my guess. But I think he was chosen by the Guardians for some purpose, and we'll find out through the season. Uh, the uh, the alien detectors at the football stadium and throughout the town really is definitely, that's pretty big tech, and this benefactor is still out there. So who is this benefactor?
Feel like
uh
it has to be Luthor, right? I mean, so
I don't know,
Luthor.
man. It may be Luther. I don't know,
Sorry,
but
the way I say
uh
it is weird.
yeah, no, you're fine. The entirety of the scenes of Hal getting the aliens out of the morgue and putting them in the car and then driving around with them, the fact that he buckles up the alien in the front seat,
Very funny.
that's all great. The
But
scene in the
I'm loving Kyle Chandler a
Yeah,
lot in this show.
loving Kyle Chandler.
He's it's the loosest I feel like I've seen. Well, no, he was pretty loose in Game Night too. Uh,
That, and I think he was like he was a different Kyle Chandler in Wolf of Wall Street as well.
well, he was still like an investigator, right? Like he was still like FBI or
Yeah,
something. So he was still
SEC. He was
okay.
SEC.
So I mean, he had a more relaxed like voice. Like he was
Sure.
it was well. I only remember the scene on the yacht.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's probably the scene that you probably need to remember from
Yeah.
that from Kyle Chandler's
Yeah.
performance at least.
Um.
Where he tries
Yeah.
to bribe a public
Yeah.
an official or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Kyle Chandler is just perfect in this role for sure. Um. We get to see the battery. We get to see the lantern, which is
Yeah,
super cool. Uh. James Gunn really loves his pocket dimensions. Just
he really does.
really loves his pocket dimensions. Um, the uh, the fact that the password to open up the pocket dimension is a deep cut is so cool. Mogo is a planet that is also a Green Lantern, and there is a splash page back from the '90s that says Mogo doesn't socialize. Like it's straight from the comics, and the fact that the password to open it is Mogo doesn't socialize is just awesome. I really love that.
That's fun.
Uh, I think it was a really cool beat to invent this pet carnivorous plant for Hal, Earl Jordan. He gave it his last name. I think that was pretty cool. Um, that house in Coast City with all the pictures, we get to see him with the Pope
Yeah,
as well as the cast
multiple
of Harry
presidents.
Potter.
Yeah, which does explain his Harry Potter
His
obsession.
love of Harry Potter, yeah. And then like that whole scene where the aliens, Anton and his crew are basically trying to imprint upon John Stewart what atrocities the Manhunters pursued in their sector of space. Um, it
Still a
could
little confused on that, but
So the Manhunters were the space cops before the Green Lantern Corps. The Guardians created these synthetic life forms. In the comics, they're not shapeshifters; they're just robots. They're androids. But the Manhunters, as we talked about last week, I believe, their ultimate solution was, or justice for that matter, was there doesn't need to be sentient life in the universe. So,
I feel
uh,
like I go on this rant every week, man.
yeah,
Stop
but
giving the question, how do we perfect society?
yeah,
Not the answer you think
yeah,
or want.
but the I they are opening the door for the possibility, at least, of other Lantern cores being there. Like if Anton, the sector he's from is Sector 666, which is where
Mhm.
the manhunt, yeah, where the manhunters did this atrocity and mass genocide, what Anton in the show calls a Holocaust. Anton could be Atrocitus, which is the leader of the Red Lanterns, which is rage. Red is rage on the emotional spectrum. Um, so that could be really cool if they were to jump down that rabbit hole. I don't think they will. I think they're going to stick with Green Lanterns being the only lanterns for at least the time being. I think you open up the emotional spectrum and all seven lantern cores, you're asking a lot of audiences. And I'm not saying audiences are stupid. I'm just saying it took decades and decades of building up the Green Lantern Corps in the comics to bring about the other six cores along the emotional spectrum. So like it James Gunn, you do you, but that might be asking a bit much. Uh,
Nick, can I ask a probably a question that a lot of people might have asked?
sure.
It might be like a question that has no answer, but I'm going to ask it. Uh, why a lantern? Like,
So the
does it
reason,
have to
yeah,
be a lantern, or is it just iconography?
mostly it's iconography, but the lantern dates back to the 40s,
Okay,
when Alan Scott was the Green Lantern, and there was no Lantern Corps.
yeah,
He
they just
found a
found a
magical
lantern,
Green
yeah,
Lantern,
and they'll never wear green.
yeah, and then the only green on his costume was the
Like
lantern on his yellow triangle in the middle of his red shirt. So,
some
yeah,
iconography.
yeah, uh, but the these lanterns that power the rings are all connected to the central power battery on Oa, which we have not seen yet. And they all draw the central power battery is powered by the collective willpower of the Green Lantern Corps. It yeah.
Yeah,
So but I did really like that scene with Jon Stewart being imprinted upon by the aliens. I thought the scene of him trying to escape on the freeway in Coast City was really cool. I thought it was well done. It reminded me quite a bit of The Matrix. Um, uh, what was the second one called? The Matrix.
revolutions.
I thought that was the
Wait,
third
no,
one.
Reloaded.
Yeah, the freeway scene there. That it reminded me quite a bit of that.
It reminded me a lot of Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you have a fight scene on a bridge now, it's all Winter Soldier
I
at
mean
this point.
that was a very iconic moment in comic book movie history, let alone MCU history. Still think it's one of the best movies Marvel's come out with.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
really good.
but yeah, that and then I thought they're doing something very interesting, and they're not revealing their whole hand with lanterns. You know, when Hal is in the hospital, one, he recovers awful quick for taking a bullet through his shoulder from
Yeah,
what
but
is
if you
probably a high caliber sniper rifle.
yeah, but if you
Um,
hear him talk to uh John Stewart later,
sure,
he tells him like it's the easiest place to shoot someone where it's not going to inflict
sure,
a ton of damage. And
but
I think that is a like I've heard well, I've only heard that like in movies. I don't know if that's actually
yeah,
true.
I would not
So
know.
so I
But
don't know how factual it is, but if I'm not mistaken, it's probably a horrible flesh wound. Uh, like the worst that you could take without any actual things happening. But I think, well, you're in medicine, so you probably know way fucking. Why am I even arguing that?
I just think that the recovery time for him was pretty low, all things considered. There was no bandages,
I
there was no
realized
blood.
so late how
The
stupid I
yeah,
was in that
the
entire argument.
if you look like all this medical equipment is like brand new and it doesn't look like it's been used at all. And then when he walks out, there's one nurse. We don't see any other patients. We don't see any doctors. We see one nurse at the front desk. He's the
It's a
only
town of
patient on the
aliens.
list. So that's what I'm getting at. I'm wondering if the manhunters, it's not just one manhunter. I'm wondering if there's a quite a few. Uh,
Okay, so the guy who blew up is was a manhunter.
no, no, the guy
No.
that blew up was one of Anton's alien friends, one of
Okay.
their crew. But I'm wondering if manhunters have taken over Rushville. If like this single manhunter that perhaps Abin Sur was taking back to Oa and ended up killing him, I wonder if he's found a way to like procreate basically, and basically take over the town of Rushville. I don't know. I mean, we've
Is
got.
Kelly McDonald an alien or no? She's
I
from
don't.
Gotham.
She's
She's
from
from
Gotham.
Gotham.
That's what I was getting ready to bring up. We get Gotham. It's like the second mention of Gotham total in the, or maybe the third
I
in
think
this new
third now.
DCU.
Because I think
Uh,
well, no, I think even more now
it
because
was.
I think they talked about I think that it was in the newspaper on in Supergirl. It was talked about in Superman.
I think
And
Peacemaker talked about it once as well.
yeah. So it's a buzzword still technically, but it's becoming more and more common. We're
Sure,
hearing it
and
more
we
and more.
and we get Gotham proper next month with Clayface being released. So
Okay.
that's something important to remember. And then
The timing of
to
those releases. Who knew?
yeah, yeah. But what I really loved was the last about 7 minutes of the show. Jon Stewart makes it back after a very awkward conversation with the wife of our very bad
She's
guy.
so sketchy. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
she's so I don't know what to think because
like
she's
it.
been in the background of multiple scenes
So
as well.
I know.
Um,
She's
like
great. I like
yeah,
she's so like effectively I'm upset by her like because the character she's doing so well. I'm
yes,
upset by that character because I
yes,
know there's something she's plotting and I
yeah.
don't know whose team she's on.
Sure.
So
But no, the reveal of John knowing about the Manhunters, Hal taking off the sling and basically being like, how do you know about Manhunters? That entire back and forth is great. The fact that John shows that the bird really didn't mean anything, like it was just part of his training. I thought that was a neat moment. But then the payoff of Hal putting the damn suit on and flying into freaking space. And then we get the reveal of Sinestro at the end. And you wonder to yourself, how the fuck does he know about Jon Stewart already? Like he's been in freaking prison, in space prison for God knows how long. And he's like, if a manhunter's still alive, it's your second biggest problem. Now tell me about Jon Stewart. And you're just like, motherfucker. Like, this is the guy. This is Sinestro is the guy that trained Hal, and Hal in the comics, at least. I don't know if it's going to be translated into this because it looks like the Guardians don't really give a shit about Hal Jordan. In the comics, Hal Jordan is noted as the greatest Green Lantern in the universe at one point. Um, and like Sinestro trained him, and like Hal became Sinestro's replacement, and now Hal is training John. So like there's just so many avenues they could go down, and I'm excited for the next. Did we figure out it was 10 episodes?
I don't recall.
Yeah, it was 10 episodes. It was 10
Okay.
episodes. So we have 8 more hours of television with these characters, for the first season at least. So man, I just don't. I they have so many places they could go, and I think the writing's been great. Very, very pleased with episode 2 for sure. It jumped right in. It became the show that like episode 1 set everything up, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but like episode two became the show that I think it's supposed to be.
John Stewart has flown across country so many times.
So many times. Nebraska to California.
California to Nebraska, Nebraska
Yeah.
back to California,
Yeah.
California back to Nebraska.
Yeah. So Sunday night appointment television for me now,
That's good.
which is exciting.
That's good.
Um, but yeah, after Lanterns, I did on Monday after work. I got off at like noon, and I came home, and the kids were at school for their first day, and I was like, I need to watch something to reset and feel better about things. So I had a great two play of Mrs. Doubtfire
Ooh,
and The Princess Bride.
matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a
Make me a
match.
match. One of my favorite scenes
It's
in all of movie history.
it's the scene that introduced me to oh my God, I can't think of the actor's name. Harvey Firestein.
Oh,
I think like because I it was definitely before Independence Day.
yes.
But yeah, Harvey Firestein as his brother is so funny. And
Harvey
then
Firestein
like
and his brother is just it's just glorious casting is what it
and
is.
I love Sally Field so much in that movie.
Yes.
Like
She's so
her
good.
reactions to like everything, like even the build up,
Yeah.
the whole
The
time.
whole time.
It's so funny. Obviously, Robin Williams is a maniac in that movie constantly. Um,
The
I oh,
kids are great in it too. Like
yeah,
Lisa Jacob, Matthew Lawrence, and Mara Wilson are fantastic in that movie.
they really are.
Um, eh, Pierce Brosnan is good. Like he's fine, but like
He takes a fruit to the forehead really well,
yes, he does.
and
But
can't
it's
handle
like
pepper for some
it's
reason.
it's the little characters. Like Harvey Feinstein is so freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who runs the TV studio? Because he's
Robert Prosky.
yeah, he's really like
Yeah.
the couple scenes that he has with Robin are really great.
Jonathan Lundy,
Yeah.
Mr. Lundy.
I do a great impression of a hot dog.
Help is on the way.
Oh,
But
I can only think of like the scene that I remember the most for some reason is whenever the social worker comes over to his apartment to
yes,
look.
Anne Haney.
Yeah, and he's having to like go between being her and him, and
Yeah,
then eventually does the.
the cake.
But one of the funniest things is I think at the very end she kind of like tries it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, it's great. I love Mrs. Doubtfire is great. And you said The Princess Bride?
and the Princess Bride was a two play on
To
Monday,
Blave, uh,
which is obviously to bluff. He was probably playing a card game.
Billy Crystal, goddamn
Oh,
it.
so good. When the mutton is nice and lean. And Andre the Giant is great in it as
He's so
well.
sweet.
Manny
He's just so
Patinkin,
sweet.
so good. Like
I
I'm
love
not.
my favorite scene with Mandy is definitely uh his fight with the Dread Pirate Roberts before
Oh
everything happens. They have just a like they're having a conversation while
yeah,
also performing great not jousting but fencing.
fencing.
And
Yeah,
also both revealing that they weren't using their
left hand.
primary
Yeah, they weren't
hand.
left-handed.
Yeah, it's great.
It
I love the whole thing.
the
Yeah,
whole the
Andres
whole leading up to Battle of the Wits is just fantastic.
Wallace Shawn, dude.
Oh, Wallace is so good at that, and his death
Is
is
perfect.
just
It's perfect for Wallace.
iconic cinematic history.
Wallace Shawn. I love that. He is
uh,
great.
yeah, and then I did get to watch two movies today. One in memory of the great Tim Curry, who unfortunately passed away today at the age of 80.
Yesterday.
Yes,
He technically
technically passed away yesterday. Yeah,
they gave
excuse me.
yeah.
They gave him 24 hours before they let us know.
Yeah,
They gave Dolly some time to breathe, who
yeah.
unfortunately has also passed away at the age of 80. But Tim Curry was in the movie Clue, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I had to watch it today.
I
Uh,
totally understand.
and
I got home from work
man,
yesterday and my sister was just listening to Dolly and I was like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna be
not
like,
gonna
no,
gripe about that.
yeah,
Um, I I have to say that there may be no better cast in a comedy than the cast of Clue. Like,
probably, yeah.
it
Because
is just insane how good the cast is.
it's very tight. They all kind of like antagonize each other perfectly. Like I obviously my favorite is Michael McKean. I can't help it.
Michael McKean as Mr. Green is by far the best.
He's my favorite. I can I love Christopher Lloyd. I love Miss Scarlet, who is like I
Miss Miss Scarlet is Leslie Ann Warren.
Leslie Ann Warren, who I know is Cinderella. I know her as
Yeah.
Cinderella. I listened to her as Cinderella more times in my
Yeah.
childhood than I could have. God damn.
Madeline Kahn as
Yes.
Mrs. White. Flames, flames
On the side of my face.
on the side of my face. Uh,
She's so
Ellen
good in Young
Brennan as
Frankenstein
Mrs.
too.
Peacock is good. Colleen Camp as Yvette is good. Christopher Lloyd as Professor Plum, excellent.
I can't think
Uh,
of Yvette without thinking of Christopher Lloyd.
yeah, yeah. And then Martin Mull as Colonel Mustard is just
Great.
inspired.
Yeah.
Uh,
I always forget like Martin Mull is like a comedian because like always plays like the straight laced guy
yeah,
in a comedy. I always forget that
Gene Parmesan.
you also have to be like a big comedy guy if
Yeah,
you are always the straight man
yeah,
in a
yeah.
comedy. So
Gene Parmesan, though.
I know. I think we've lost both of them. Or we've
Yeah,
lost Martin Mull.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
lost him this year, right? Or last year.
I think it was last year, but yes, Martin
Man,
Mull and Jennifer Waters are both.
losing legends.
Yeah, but yeah, Clue. It did something like in my childhood. I remember watching it, and the fact that it had because I did not get to see it in theaters. The fact that it had three separate endings blew my fucking mind as a kid.
And it never felt like off to me. Apparently,
No,
like the fact that other people like people at theaters only got one of those, and you never knew like what who
which one
had
you were gonna
what.
get? Yeah,
Um, the fact I always loved it because I thought of it like because I didn't really understand watching Clue until probably like 10, 11, 12. I
yeah,
remember watching it when I was younger, but I started to understand it more. And whenever I had finally actually played the game Clue, I just
sure.
assumed that those three endings were just like these are different ways that you could end the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I always that's the way I like, and I felt like it was just like at that point the perfect representation of a board game to a movie or any kind of other media besides a board game. Um, it that's the way I saw it. And
Yeah,
I thought that was the brilliant part of it.
yeah. The ultimate ending, if you will, with
Michael
Michael
McKean being the
McKee and say,
best.
I'm gonna go home and have sex with my wife."
It's hilarious.
It's so good. Um, it's just a great movie, and uh, Tim Curry as Wadsworth or Mr. Body, depending on which ending you're watching, as Wadsworth is just like he is so good in because you know some of that had to be improvised. You know some of it had to be.
I'm sure there was an outline.
Yeah. But like when he's talking to the cop at the front door
Yeah.
and he's telling him which room that he can go in, and he's like, "Well, no, and
Study,
no."
yeah,
It's
those are
just
all just creative choices that
yeah,
Tim mastered. Like the man
yeah,
moved his face in ways that you understood what he could think, what he was thinking. You could
Yeah.
see the cogs working in his brain
Yes.
and trying to figure it out, like in not a way that you're like, oh, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
He was brilliant at it.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and like
may go ahead.
Rocky Horror is also
Yeah,
just a
I was getting
giant
ready to.
example of that. Like even Home Alone 2, whenever like he's
Yes.
quivering.
He is so funny in Home Alone 2. He
Yes.
is
He's like the
incredibly
standout of that
funny.
movie, except for the bird lady. The bird lady is
Yeah.
the standout of the movie,
Yeah.
but
Um,
and Marv.
so good. Yeah, Marv. So good. The Sticky Bandits. Uh,
Gotta love Marv.
yeah.
He's and
Whoa! What a
what
hole!
a Nick,
I know that's
I almost
from one,
I
but
almost broke
no,
every
that is
single
two.
time. Yeah, that is too. Um, almost every I have it's so I can't watch it more than like twice because I would break a rib whenever he's electrocuting himself
Oh,
is is the and I actually do like I have this confirmed from everybody in my family. When I don't know when Home Alone 2 came out. I might have been too young.
94, I think maybe.
Actually I think it's 92.
I think 92 was the first one, but it doesn't matter.
But I was in a theater watching it and the scene where
It
he's
is 92. You are right. My bad.
this so I'm either 3 or 4 depending on when it
Yeah.
comes out. So it's feasible. I apparently, whenever he's at the front door and is getting stapled,
Yes.
apparently I did some live commentary. Uh, once again, confirmed by my mom and two sisters that I did do this, and it was very embarrassing. Uh, because they had like my dad had to take me out of the auditorium because I was like, "Oh my god!" Uh, um, can't tell you why. I don't know what I said. They can't tell you what I said, but I every single thing that he did with that stapler, I commented on for the entire theater.
The the scene that you're talking about though, where he is getting electrocuted, reminds me so much of the scene in Rookie of the Year when he locks himself in the
The
cage
yeah.
and
Well,
he's just
no, that's the
no, that's
inside
the
in between the
door.
doors.
That's the
That's in
door.
between.
That's in
I'm
between the
sorry.
doors at the hotel.
Yeah,
When
when he's just shaking
when
the
Brickma
cage.
locks himself in that cage.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Um,
And
but
he
yeah,
directed that movie too. Thank
yes, he
God.
did.
Like,
Uh,
I
uh,
love him.
great John Candy performance. Rookie of the Year's own
Yes.
John Candy. Uh,
Thank you. We haven't pulled
that's
that
a
one out for a
callback. That's a
while.
callback.
God, wow.
But no,
Rookie of the Year, known
Rookie of the Year's
actor
own. Yeah. Uh,
from Rookie of the Year.
so I may have watched supercuts from Rocky Horror as well as the the monologue from Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 about
The only place
37
capitalism
this
hasn't reached.
space.
Ace. It's so funny. Uh, our rest in like also Dolly Parton. We lost literally someone who probably is deserving of being sainted.
Yeah.
And that's not hyperbole. Uh, a woman who funded low
I think it was
income,
something like 300 over 300 million books were given out by her imagination library.
and she supported like low income communities a lot. She did
Yeah.
a lot for she was invited to the cookout. Let me just put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
In fact, she brought she brought all the groceries for the cookout because she didn't want anybody else to fuss. And
Yeah.
yeah, she's great singer, great songwriter,
Actress.
even better songwriter. amazing actress, comedian. Basically, nobody made fun of her more than her.
Yeah.
Um,
She had little feet. She always said that things don't grow in the shade.
uh, Dolly was like one of the truly great people that
The world lost now.
yeah, and that was around. She was
Yeah. Ubiquitous. She had her hand in a lot of things, and she she was just
one
as
of a
good of
kind.
a songwriter and singer and actress as she was. She was a better person, it seems like.
Yeah,
And like it's a sad day. It truly is a sad day.
yeah.
Um,
Without
yes, they
her,
were both
yeah.
80 upon their passing,
Ah,
but like
but
those are two people that the Grim Reaper could have left alone. Is
you
all
want to
I'm
know
saying. They could have lived forever.
my sister called Dolly like 3 days ago, uh, because she had just like there were just some sort of blurb about how she had pulled out of an event,
Yeah,
and apparently she had been doing it more and more recently.
yeah,
And my sister was like, "We might lose Dolly soon." I was like,
yeah,
"I mean, unfortunately, it makes sense because yeah." Uh, but yeah, rest in peace to literally two of the greatest performers we've
yep,
had. We also just lost. I mean, we didn't just lose. He lost about 14 years of his life after a stroke in 2012.
yeah, yeah,
And I started that saying we lost, but I
yeah,
then I remember like no, he
yeah,
lost it.
yeah,
But without him, like even if he just decided to stop, he still wasn't like doing great. So
yeah.
um
Well, and the fact that because you sent me the
Eddie
post
Murphy.
from Make Some
Oh yeah.
Noise's official Twitter account. Without Tim Curry, we don't get Brennan Lee Mulligan
Yeah,
most
he
likely.
might not have had the job that
Yeah.
put him in front of us.
Uh, Tim Curry eats pizza.
A crisp, a nice crisp crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Chain wallets.
Brendan Lee Morgan.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
RIP's to two greats. Nick,
absolutely.
I went to Gathering of the Ghouls in
Okay. I
Mesa,
am. Yeah.
Arizona, of all places, and it was a
It
lot of
sounds
great
like
vendors.
a lower tier gathering of the Juggalos.
No, it's a horror convention,
I
just
know it
like
is,
like
but I'm just saying, like,
we the city of Mesa has like all actually a lot of cities around me right now are
mhm.
rapidly expanding.
Sure.
I live on the right on the border of a town called Gilbert, and they are booming right now. And Mesa like is trying to build out from the inside out. And City Hall and the library and the Mesa Convention Center has all gotten like a facelift over the last like 10 years. We have a beautiful like actual like event space where like I saw Mike Birbiglia like years ago, like a giant hall. So
Was Joey Bag of Donuts there?
he was still doing Joey Bag of Donut stuff.
Yeah.
But this was Gathering of the Ghouls, so they it was just a small horror convention. I went to one a couple years ago out in Glendale. That was a little bit bigger than this one, but uh, luckily like they got had some really great guests. There was a lot of great vendors. I didn't buy a ton just because like I bought more food from like the bakers who were there.
Sure.
um but I got like a little matchbook that looks like sleepaway camp.
Oh,
uh
nice.
but Felissa Rose was there of Sleepaway Camp. Emily Perkins from Ginger Snaps. uh I believe a guy who played uh a Leatherface at some point was there. I
Okay.
don't do not remember. Unfortunately, that is not my group of movies. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I never gotten to check Texas Chainsaw Massacre either myself.
there was the bully from the first season of Stranger Things. He was there. Lachlan Monroe, who from Scary Movie and a bunch of other stuff, was there. I talked to Tyler Labine, famously from this podcast where we talk about him from Zach and Mary Make a Porno. I did talk to him for like 2 or 3 minutes about that. He was like, it was early on in the con, and uh, we were just talking about. He was like, "Yeah, I'm here at a horror convention. Like, you bring like Zach and Mary." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I know you from like everything. I know you from like
Reaper, which was
Reaper.
so
Obviously,
underrated.
you're probably going to be
Tucker and
most known
Dale
for
versus
Tucker
Evil.
Dale, but you're also, I mean, I love you in Escape Room, and
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I did not bring that up. Um, but I was like, yeah, man, I'm just been a big fan of you for a long time, and we just kind of shot the shit. He also has a band uh called Two Person Sex Cult,
I
and
love everything about that.
I listened to the EP. It's really good. I listened to it on the treadmill. It was a really quick, like 20 minutes. I think it was like 4 songs. Really good. He gave me a sticker, Two Person Sex Cult,
I love
and
it.
yeah, uh, it was really nice meeting him. I also got to talk to Cooper Tomlinson from
So cool.
Obsession, and I got okay. The
And that's a bad idea. Thank you.
Yes, well, no, I was gonna get to it because I kind of screwed up. But I got there at 11 because that's when doors opened, and he wasn't there yet. I didn't know, and I asked one of the organizers, and they said, "Oh, he's scheduled at 3. His flight doesn't come in until like 2 o'clock." So I've already been there. It's a smaller convention. I've walked the floor. I've been in the celebrity room for a while, and so I leave and I come back at 4:20, 4:30, because I know he's back at 3. I figured he's going to be there for a while. Um, and I get there right as soon as like the entire rush ends. So I literally just have him to myself. He's talking to the guy who played the Smile Monster and was in Alien Romulus as one of the aliens. His name is
Oh.
Trevor something. I do not. I also talked to him. He was also very nice.
Trevor
We
Newland.
Yeah, we were just standing next to each other and we just had a conversation. Um, but I got up to Cooper and he's like, "Hey man, what's up? You just missed the rush. Like, so like lucky you." I was like, "Yeah, it's really great. How you doing? You dealing with the heat all right?" He's like, "Yeah, it's all right." And like it was a lot. It hits you in the
Yeah.
face. Like, and I was like, "Man, I love you in Obsession. But man, that's a bad idea. Is My friend and I have been sending each other your videos for years." And he's like, "What's your favorite one?" And I was like, "I shit my pants." He lit up. Like, I don't know if he didn't light up. He was just like, he was like, "You know what? That was like one of our earliest ones that like really went like crazy viral. I think it was like the fastest that we hit 1 million views like on any platform." And I was like, "Yeah, my friend and I like literally, if it ever shows up in our algorithm, we always send it to each other." And usually we send anything to each other, but then like, and he was kind of glowing about that personal
Yeah.
set. I feel like he had a lot to do with the writing of that one. I feel like that was because I think you can kind of tell what's
Yeah.
a
What's a Curry
Cooper
and what's a
and
Cooper? Yeah.
it's not a bad thing because
No.
they complement each other so
Yeah.
well, and you get
Well,
the DNA of both of them in it.
I
But
I have to say though, my favorite part of the shit my pants is Curry's response of,
reactions.
"What do you mean?"
Well, because Curry has such a specific face,
Yes.
and Cooper plays that straight man also just
Perfectly.
very well.
Perfectly.
He can also just be a jackass whenever he wants to, but like the person you get because he has an animated as fuck face is Curry, and yeah, but I feel like he was particularly proud of I shit my pants. And then I was like, "Oh wait, but my actual favorite," because it came into my head,
Oh
is
no!
the ID where he Curry
Where he keeps his where he gives him the wrong
gives
one.
yeah, he gives him the wrong one, and it becomes so meta because like the girl that you're on a date with who doesn't want to actually date you,
Yeah.
uh, starts going off on her own storyline.
Yeah.
And I feel like he didn't remember that one as well.
It
So I
was
feel
probably a Curry one.
so I feel like that's a Curry one. Once again, no offense, I love you, Cooper. And also at the very end of my conversation, I went, "All right, love you, man." And it felt for some reason it felt awkward.
Aw.
But no, he's like, "Hey, dude, remember anything but ghosts next year?" I was like, "Oh, dude, it's already on my watch list on Letterboxd." And he's like, "That's right." Uh, but
He seems just like a genuine guy.
it was his first ever con.
Oh, wow.
First ever con. So
That's awesome.
I did see a post of him coming home, and they asked him how you doing, exhausted. And I was like, probably.
Yeah.
Um, I imagine that's an exhausting
Yeah.
experience doing that because
I
you're in a new
yeah.
conversation like every
I
minute.
hope he didn't shit his pants during the con.
You know what? If he did,
There there's shit in my pants.
I'd actually be proud of him. Uh,
What do you mean?
what do you mean? And then also Doug Jones, the
Oh,
legend that is Doug Jones.
like legitimately legendary. This
He's
guy has been a part of our lives for a long time.
I love him, and in fact, as I was walking away, like or right next to his booth, and I was about to leave, I just yelled out, "I love you, Doug," and he turned and like not kidding, like beams into my eyes, "Love you more," and I was just like, I'm so happy right now.
I
Uh,
mean,
like he found
legit.
me from the voice.
Yeah, I, my first Jones was Hocus Pocus
That we now know of. I did
that
well,
I
we
now
obviously
know
didn't
of.
know of
Yeah,
it then. I think it wasn't until like Abe Sapien or for probably technically two because I believe what's his name? David Hyde Pierce was only credited for in the first movie, even though Doug did the but yeah, Hocus Pocus, he one of my friends had his DVD signed with Winch, Trollop
oh no.
Winch. Um
Uh, but he's obviously brilliant in Hellboy, Hellboy 2, more so Hellboy 2, in my
Pan's
opinion.
Labyrinth.
I was getting ready to say my favorite Guillermo movie, Pan's Labyrinth, and then obviously he's great in The Shape of Water, Oscar award-winning Shape of Water.
And he's great.
Um,
He's so good in The Shape of
he's
Water
he's
too.
great in
Like,
it. It is a fantastic movie. Um,
oh, and there's the Cooper Tomlinson signature.
love it, love it.
You also put Ian above it. So I'm like, we know who you are, man. But I'm sure
But
that's just how he's signing things.
he was also in Batman Returns.
Oh yes, he's a
He's a
penguin.
henchman.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
penguin henchman.
Yep.
Yeah, Doug Jones, love him. I love that he responded. That was very fun. Um, God, he genuinely just like I was awestruck when I saw him.
Yeah. And for me, he was in Star Trek as well. He was
Yes,
in Discovery, and I
yes,
thought his character was fantastic in the show. So, and he's just a brilliant actor.
he really is. He's just
And
known as a character actor, as
yeah,
a
like a creature actor,
creature
if
actor.
nothing
Yes,
else.
but yeah, he's fantastic. He also early episode, like he's in a famous episode of Buffy as well.
Yep.
So
So, it sounds like you had a great time at Gathering of the Ghouls.
I
A
did.
little jealous.
Oh, and then
It's
the
been a
McGraw
long
sisters were
time.
there
Oh, nice.
from Megan and the
Megan
Black Phone.
2.0.
Yes. I did not go up to meet them or anything. I'm a fan of them, but they're 17 and 15 and I don't need to meet them.
Yeah,
Uh
I get it.
I don't need to meet them. So
No,
but cool that they were there. I'm happy there were people who were like, I'm gonna go meet those children. Uh but of course I mean those they need I mean they're there to earn some money, so I mean good for them. I don't need to meet a child.
nope,
I'm I'm a fan of them. Don't need to meet them.
nope.
Good. I feel like
Sorry.
I, it feels weird that they're at cons because I feel like no, I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm yes. they're allowed to make their money. Because I'm sure it's pretty decent money. So,
Oh, I'm sure.
uh,
There's a
what else do we want to talk
there's
about?
a
Oh yeah,
like you were talking about going to a con, there's Galaxy Con coming up in St. Louis, and I'm really thinking about going because there's actually some pretty cool guests going to be there.
you should take a
Uh,
day if you can.
like George Takei is going to be there, which that would be really cool. Bobcat Goldthwait's going to be there,
I
which would be amazing.
love Bobcat.
Cassandra Peterson, Elvira is going to be there, which would be
Love
really
Cassandra.
cool. Um,
Love George Takei, by the way,
Brian
legend.
Posehn is going to be there.
Love Brian Posehn.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Thomas Lennon was going to be there. That's right. Tom Lennon was going to be there all 3 days of the con, which I think would
And
be.
you know he's going to be in his.
I mean, I'm going to be wearing my ostrich skin boots.
Do you have
Only three
ostrich skin
payments.
boots? Oh,
No, but I would buy one for the con. Sam Witwer's going to be there,
Darth
which,
Maul.
yeah,
Love that guy. Also, being
among many
human, he
other
was
things.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
uh, a lot of voice actors that uh,
is Sarah Natachini?
let me think.
She was Ash Ketchum.
I don't think so.
She's a fun follow on Instagram.
Hmm.
Like whenever she's on at cons, if she sees someone dressed up as Ash, she'll run at them. And
Oh, oh gosh,
no, she just wants to get you on video because
yeah.
she loves Ash Ketchum. So
Uh,
she's just a lot of fun.
the voice actor of Korra,
Oh,
from
Janet
the
Varney.
Airbender. Yeah, Janet Varney's going to be there. Josh Keaton, who
I don't know.
was the voice actor for Hercules, was the
Okay.
voice actor for Hal Jordan in the short-lived Green Lantern series. He was Spider-Man in one of the Spider-Man shows. Like he's going to be there. So like, there's some pretty cool stuff there for sure. A lot of cool creators. One of the ones that I follow, Heather Antos, is going to be there. She's pretty cool.
A lot of good art
So
there too, man.
yeah, some great artists. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking about going up to that. It's in I want to say it's at the end of October. So I may just take the time and go up there and meet some of those folks.
Yeah.
Go up on a Saturday because it seems like everybody's going to be there on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Um,
Nick, I also saw Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
ooh,
And I'll say this about a Jane movie. I'm like, I like Jane movies, Jane Schoenbaum movies. I feel like I always kind of get lost while watching them, because the story structure sometimes takes like a weird turn, and I just feel like I never truly understand what's happening with these movies. Uh, I really enjoy oh my god, Gillian Anderson and Hannah Einbinder are really great. They're both very funny. They're both very just like they move the story along very well. Just kind of talking about like I feel like every single Jane Schoenbaum movie. So this isn't a spoiler. Is talking about a different sexual awakening that they
sure,
had. And
sure.
this one's just a very particular one. And it's how do I put this? It's oh man, it's hard to explain. It's
No, I
pushes
get that.
like what's it called? Product placement in a way that is kind of off-putting, and that also kind of adds to like either the comedy or the horror of it. Not so much the horror, but and I love Jack Haven in it. Jack Haven plays a kind of a voiceless character, which I feel like Jack Haven does a lot now.
Yeah.
um, it's just it's such a like I feel like the story and everything about kind of movies in general. I don't know, man. It's so hard. I can't explain a Jane showing, but I can't. It's not like I can explain. I saw the TV glow, or we're all going to the World's Fair. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. No, they're very difficult to.
I can't
to
describe it because I
explain.
don't understand completely. I liked the movie. I have to express that. I do like the movie. I can't say I understand it. But after I saw Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, I went immediately into Spa Weekend with Leslie Mann and goddamn Isla Fisher, dude. Uh, I
So
basically had the
good.
theater to myself, so I was live tweeting it through Letterboxd,
That's cool.
and it was it's not a great movie, but it does play to all four of the lead the actresses' strengths. Leslie Mann has a standout scene that not enough people will see about her ranting. Leslie Mann can rant and talk
Fucking
about
French toast.
actual things. But because it's a comedy, it's not really. I don't know. Leslie Mann, perfect. Isla Fisher gets to be fucking nuts, and I love her because nobody plays nuts as well as Isla Fisher. Uh, what's her name? Anna Faris is awkward, which is what she does.
Yep.
Monica Barbeau is not Monica Barbeau. Something Barbeau. Um, she, she actually has probably the most moving story. You understand it completely. That she's a kind of a bitch, and that's why her husband doesn't left her and does not want to get back with her even throughout the entire movie. That they're having fun with each other, but their scenes are really great. Um, I like Spa Weekend. I bumped it up a notch just because there was one particular line. I cannot remember what it is. My phone's all the way over there. But I bumped it up a extra half star on Letterbox just because of one thing alone. Um, so uh, I suggest both of them. I think anybody would find enjoyment out of those. And then I'm seeing Coyote versus Acme this weekend. We talked about it last week. Um, can't wait. I learned more about it from that tweet, from that TikTok that you sent me. That I wanted
Yeah.
to, but
I listen. I agree with Cinema Joe on this one. Like, this is one of the most important movies
of
to be
2026,
released of 2026, like bar none.
and it makes sense
Um,
why WB tried to shelve it the way he
yeah,
described it. So, because it is very much the Who Framed Roger Rabbit of our time now.
yeah, it is absolutely. And we need more of
Chip
that.
and
We need
Dale,
something
Chip
like
and Dale
that.
kind of did that a little bit too.
A little bit, yeah. I
They
do agree
they
with
they
you on that.
commented about Disney a little bit. Um,
Oh yeah, 100% they did.
but I can't wait to see Coyote versus Acme. Like I said, we talked about it last week. What's his name? John Cena was on Conan this week. Very funny. Where they did talk about the movie, but also talked about his entire career. I definitely do suggest listening to it.
It
Uh,
was an amazing Conan.
John's a great
Like,
John's a great guest. And then whenever he's like, can I like let me I'm gonna steal like 5 more minutes at the very end. He always like I imagine he allots for that. He always tries to end at a certain time and he's like, I'm gonna
yeah,
add another 5 minutes.
yeah,
Because that's just probably a John move.
yeah,
Um such a great person to listen to.
yeah,
Um
yeah. Well, you can tell that he is grateful for what he's been able to do and what he's been able to accomplish and the notoriety that he has gained. Like, he
yeah,
doesn't take it for granted.
no.
He is also an incredibly well-dressed human being.
Now, I mean, he can afford it now. And
Yeah,
you know what? I imagine those suits are super comfortable. They have
sure.
to be super comfortable. He wouldn't wear them if they weren't. And he takes bold risks too. Like he
Yeah,
loves some stripes, but he takes some
loves some
risks.
stripes.
He gasses up his coworkers. Like he talked about Eric Andre, like in more than just a comedy way. Um, Stuff like that. He gasses up his people. Um, Nothing but respect for that guy. And then also, I think I'm going to try and see Finding Emily. I don't really know what it's really about. I know Angori Rice is in it. I do love her. But I think a guy has like sleeps with a girl named Emily. I think he probably loses his virginity and then is trying to find her after at a university. I think it's just a college British college movie. So
Sure.
I'm interested in that. I don't know if I've well technically Saltburn, but that's different kind of comedy.
I'm shaking my head. I'm sorry.
I'll try and see both of those. Well, Ridley Scott is talking about a third
Yes.
Alien
Okay.
Prometheus movie where it focuses on Michael Fassbender. And honestly, at this point, I'll take it. But I think the time has passed. I think
I
let this
I was getting ready
new
to
Alien
yeah,
franchise flourish
I
because
agree.
it's what it's doing right now. It's flourishing.
I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like one too many dips to the well,
Yeah.
like or dips from the well, excuse me. Um, I
And he's
just
going to try to mandate a much so much story like command of the story as well that he'd probably somehow find a way to ruin alien earth, which I think
mm,
in the
don't want that to
future
happen.
I think people will truly start respecting how good sci-fi show that is,
I hope
uh,
so.
because I don't think it got the love it deserves. It's a truly amazing sci-fi show. um yeah, I like Ridley Scott. I think the the Prometheus age is done. I think we've eclipsed it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's over.
Yeah,
Um, what we got was great though.
it's kind of like what if Sam Raimi was like, I'm gonna make a new Evil Dead, not with Bruce Campbell, but I'm gonna dictate how this franchise.
Yeah,
No, you're just not
yeah,
like you created the series. Fucking perfect, dude.
yeah,
You got to pass it on.
yeah. Let somebody else
Let a new
take the reins.
voice.
Yeah, let a new
That's what I
voice.
love about Evil Dead is
Yeah,
they're like, and the director of the most recent one was like, no, I don't want to do another one. Fede is like, I don't want to do another one. And then and what's his name? Lee Cronin. I don't want to do another one. Let a new
yeah,
voice be like show you their perspective of the Necronomicon.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I've got nothing
I
but respect for Ridley Scott. He does amazing movies to this day. He does. He's got Dog Stars coming out. I don't know if I'm going to see it, but maybe.
It
Um,
has not gotten the best reviews, unfortunately. And I know we're not people
or yeah, I can
who
find
are
if it's
all
good.
about that, but
I'll say it's good. Um, Man of Tomorrow finished shooting, which I feel like that makes sense because we saw the Lex
yeah,
Luthor like the mech suit like months ago.
we did.
So I feel like if they're finishing now, it's like a 4 month shoot probably.
That would be my guess. About 4 months. The post production is what's going to take the longest on these kind of movies. So obviously,
Oh, and then
that's going to
probably
take
pickups.
and pickups. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But for sure, post is going to take a while because that's what these kind of movies are. Uh, you Nicholas Holt was obviously not wearing a full battle suit, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Uh, but we're set for next summer. Like it's coming to our screens, so we get a proper Superman sequel. I feel like we'll probably get uh a greater expansion of the DC universe. I got a gut feeling we'll get a cameo from somebody else in the Trinity, whether it's Wonder Woman or Batman, I don't know. The fact that we're going to Gotham next month for Clayface, we've got to be getting closer to Batman. Um,
Nick, can I ask you a question?
sure.
Does it feel rushed or trying to play catch up, or
I don't think so.
is this the initial plan?
I think this is the initial plan. I don't think Gunn and Safran are going to be pushed around on this one, even with the goings ons between Paramount and Warner Brothers. I think they're going to stick to their plan. We're going to get Creature Commando season 2 before Man of Tomorrow comes out. Uh, we've already apparently got a pretty good setup for Man of Tomorrow from Peacemaker season 2. Obviously, Lanterns is expanding the world of the DC universe right now as we speak.
As
We'll
you
get
mentioned,
Clay.
pocket universes.
Yeah, a lot of pocket universes, man. We get Clayface, like I said, in September, which will give us a proper look at James Gunn's Gotham, the DCU proper's Gotham. You gotta if you think back to Marvel and how they set things up, you know, in the first Iron Man, we got Nick Fury. Like he showed up in the post credits scene for Iron Man.
Yeah.
Um,
To
so
build
like,
a world, yeah.
yeah, the Thor, we got Hawkeye. Hawkeye showed up in Thor. Iron Man 2 had Black Widow in it. Um, Nick Fury came
That
back
scene was
at
great.
the yeah, Nick Fury came back at the end of Captain America, the first Avenger. Um, so the cameo, I'm fine. I'm fine with a cameo. I'm fine with
Well,
making reference to it.
well, no, I was talking about like it. Superman was 2024,
2025.
2025. Supergirl was 2026. Man of
Yeah.
Tomorrow 2027. I mean, it's feels pretty quick. I guess you got to strike like with the actors who you
What?
have.
Yeah. One, you guys strike with the actors that you have, but two, Gunn has famously said over and over and over again, he is not going to greenlight anything that isn't ready from a script perspective. Like if the story's not there, he's not going to greenlight it.
Yeah,
So like he obviously knew where Supergirl was going to go after Superman. He obviously knew where Man of Tomorrow was supposed to go after Supergirl. Um, you know, we know Brainiac is going to be there, which is a kind of a cosmic level bad guy that's going to need, other characters. We already have kind of the quote unquote Justice Gang. Um,
Nick,
Go ahead.
the this show with Skylar Gisondo that's also coming up as well.
I totally forgot about that. Yes, Jimmy
Do
Olsen.
you know who is heading that production?
The American Vandals guys.
Yes, and do you they're bringing back Eduardo
It's like perfect.
Franco
Yes, I saw that.
and Jimmy Tatro as
Are they
Gorilla
really?
Grodd.
That's fantastic.
He is
Oh my gosh, that's
Jimmy
fantastic.
Tatro is Gorilla Grodd, and it, by the guys who did American Vandal, there's already familiarity there. Jimmy has grown so much as an actor,
Yeah.
and I cannot wait. Like the fact that those guys are running a DC show, that's what it gets me. Like I was like, all right, I love Skylar Gisondo, but show doesn't mean anything to me. I'm sure I'll like it, but now I'm more excited because of the American Vandal guys. I Both seasons are fantastic.
Oh,
Um,
100%. And if they can bring that kind of of
Guerrilla, yeah,
intentionality
guerrilla
to
documentation, yeah,
yeah, I'm in.
yeah. I can't wait. Also, like I said, like it's Jimmy Tatro and Eduardo Franco who unfortunately just didn't get to come back for Stranger Things season 5, even though he was so good in 4. Last thing I really got, college football is back this week, technically. Uh,
Yay!
UNC and like
I mean, I don't care who's playing, man. I get
I see
college
some
football in my
football.
life. We are
Cannot wait.
we are what today's Wednesday that we're recording, so we are officially 2 weeks away from the first professional football game of the season as well. So like there's gonna basically be like 150 straight days of us just being able to watch football.
It's gonna be great.
It's so good. It's so good.
And then also Nick, the day of the draft.
Yeah,
Also, Michigan plays that night.
I know. They're the ABC game that evening, I believe.
God, I hope it's good.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck to be in Cape if it's not. Uh,
They lose.
no, don't say it.
Oh
I
no.
didn't say it. I didn't say the words. But I have high expectations for us. Nick, where can they find you?
They can find me over on Twitter at Supermans_Papa. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram in Irvin23. You can find my business at River City Sims, both on Instagram and Facebook. Come join us for 24/7 golf simulator fun. And then you can find the show at was_the podcast on Twitter. Come join us over there. Drew, where can they find you?
You can find me at Andrew LZ and Andrew LZ.com on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. You can find the show on YouTube as well for video podcasts. It's just WasPod. And then you can email the show at wasthisapodcast@gmail.com.
No notes.
And there we go. I post almost every single workout that I've been doing on my TikTok. I don't know if you're, and I also need to start remembering to just talk to the camera after I see a movie. But usually it takes me like a day or two to ruminate on a movie to really know how I feel about it. So it's not very productive. Nick, do love you though.
Love you too, my friend.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Yep, same.
All right.
Or I'm going to try at least. See you guys at the movies.
Oh God, yes. Coyote versus Acme. Do it.
Good.